All right, so I'm going to share my screen here, and this is going to be a live virtual demo. So please get ready to take some notes. So this is Tim Gorski, who I'm going to be doing this appointment with, and let me pull up my FaceTime and start doing this thing. So where's my FaceTime? Now I'm not gonna have him on the screen. I'm just gonna have him on my computer, but I like the FaceTime versus a phone call. All right, how do you dial? The hell? Oh, I can't do Zoom and FaceTime at the same time. That's weird. All right, so it won't let me do that at the same time. So I'll just call them. I'll FaceTime them here. Copy. How do you FaceTime from here? All these new things I'm learning. All right, let me pause this because. Hey, Tim, how are you?
Good.
Hey, Tim, I appreciate you doing this for us. And I tried to FaceTime. For some reason, it didn't work. So I'm going to click this little button in the middle and see if it works right now. Is that okay?
Okay, so am I doing the presentation now when I'm using it, or are we just talking?
No, we're going to do the appointment right now. Is that cool? Are you able to do FaceTime while using viewcutco.com? Is that okay? If not, it's not.
Yeah. So I have a different phone number you can use for. So are there like other people that will be watching this, or is it one for like you?
Yeah, it's just me that you're talking, but I'm recording it. They're not gonna, the video is not recorded. It's just more personal and a little bit easier to have a conversation and do the appointment. So I could just do Facebook video messenger if you want. I could just video chat you just on Facebook. Is that cool?
Yeah, let me just get situated because I'm not in my kitchen. So you want me to like bring another knife, or do you want me to talk about it?
The easiest thing is just be in front of your computer. As long as you're in front of your computer, the presentation kind of just takes you through the videos that we're gonna watch.
Okay. So so just be in front of my computer, and then I'll do that. Wait 1 second. So you can call me back on Facebook Messenger or FaceTime. I can give you another number that you can call, but FaceTime's not going to be as effective because I have a poor signal here, and the other one goes through the internet. Unless FaceTime goes through the internet, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I could try the. Let me try the Facebook Messenger. Let's see let's start there. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Cool. I'll send that to you right now.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Flip it around. I can see you.
Oh, okay.
Flip it around. How do I flip it around? This button. There we go.
Wow, you've changed since high school, man.
So have you.
I know, right? All this gray hair and stuff. At least you're not gray yet, dude. Dude, it's so cool to see what you've been doing. I saw on on Facebook with just everything you've accomplished and all the things you're into right now. It's really impressive since high school. I know obviously it was a long time ago, but really, really cool to see. And obviously the website sometimes loads up. It takes a little bit of a while. Did you get the link for that, viewcutco.com, so it could kind of load up while we're chatting?
I'll click it right now. Let's see. Yeah, gray's actually my favorite color. I've always wanted like dye my hair gray or something like that. I think it's super cool. I really like it. I think it's like attractive, and I'm pro gray.
Hey, you know what's interesting? What's so interesting is I was so against it, and I was dying it, but my wife was like, gray is in, and she pulled up all these like celebrities that are like doing gray, and I was like, I don't know. She's like, I'm telling you, it's good. I was like, all right, whatever, happy wife, I'll go with it. So I stopped dyeing. It's cheaper. I don't have to buy dye anymore, and I don't have to go through the hassle of dyeing it. So, but that's cool. So tell me, as soon as you go to viewcutco.com and that starts loading up, I'm curious, man, as far as at this point in time, what what are you into? I mean, how, are you like into cooking right now? Is that one of your hobbies, or is it like you just need some good, you're just kind of like, I don't know, what do you do for fun? What are you up to outside of work?
With regards to cooking.
Yeah, just in general, like in the house or in general cooking. Is that one of your hobbies? Or
so you're recording now?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I have like 4 knives that I use. So let me show you. So I brought them over. So like I have these 2 knives that kind of like suck. I don't know how I got these. I got them probably like for free or something.
Yeah.
So they kind of suck at absolutely everything. I have this one, which is actually pretty good. I love it. I use it for basically everything. I don't even put it in the dishwasher because I have like one knife that I use for everything. And then I have this last knife over here. This is what I use, as you can see, to like disembark people. It's a sword.
Yeah. Yeah,
actually, I can't even show.
Yeah, that's your watermelon knife, right?
That's my watermelon knife. So basically, between this is a replica of it's a handmade replica of a sword. Other than these 4 knives, this last one's actually high quality. It's a handmade replica, but I really don't have any knives.
Yeah.
That's a fundamental problem.
Yeah.
And I've been researching them for about 5 minutes earlier today. So that's the extent of my knowledge. But other than that, I was like, I could use some knives.
Hey, I'll tell you, Tim, you're talking to the right person because I backstory, Cliff Notes version, I've been doing this 15 years. So actually right after graduation from Mattawan High School, I went to college at USF and then pursued my engineering degree. And I wanted to get into something that could help me make some money. And I started selling Cutco around school. And then I paid my whole way through college selling Cutco. And I learned, believe me, I learned more about cooking and cutting stuff up for my customers who I was selling to than anything else, because these are women who, this is what they did every single day. So I would learn what each tool is used for and like how to use it properly and what sets to get and all this stuff. And through them, I was able to learn so much about selling Cutco that I paid my way through school, and then I went into management. So I've been in management for over a decade now, and I've trained a bunch of students on how to sell Cutco. It's been a lot of fun. So really my role right now and my goal of the appointment is just simply just kind of tell you all the things that I've learned about, kitchen cutlery and sets and whatnot. And because you were nice enough to let me do this appointment with you, I promise you I'll hook you up, whatever you decide you want to get today. I mean, some people, when I tell them, hey, I'll give you a good deal, like they'll complete their entire kitchen. Some people start with just a small set. Some people get a whole family set. Some people do all their holiday shopping through me just because when I tell them I'm going to give them a good deal, like I will absolutely hook you up at the end. So it's going to be fun. I'm really excited to introduce you to the product line, and it's obviously not Girl Scout cookies, so it's not like super cheap. So don't just buy because you want to just help me towards some of my goals and some of the things I'm working towards. I want you to really find something that you'd really enjoy, that you could use, because whatever you get today, Tim, you're going to have for the next 30, 40, 50 years. So like you'll pass this down to generation. And that's why my wife and I decided, even though I work with Cutco, we still decided to invest in a full set because we're going to have this for the next 50 years. We're going to grow old with our Cutco, and it's going to be a legacy item. So because you're young, you're going to be able to get the benefits. So if you're cool, is it cool if we get started and start the appointment? Is that all right?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. So what do you see on your screen right now?
Cutco World's Finest Cutlery online demo.
Awesome. If you go ahead and click that little play button at the bottom, and it should take you to the next slide. So what do you see right now?
I clicked it. It's kind of the same. Let's see. Is there any volume? There's no volume.
No volume yet, but if you turn the volume up on your screen, there will be some volume here shortly.
Yeah, there's really nothing going on after I hit play. Let's see.
It should say thanks for helping me reach my goals.
Thank you for helping me reach my goals.
Perfect. And that's kind of what I just mentioned. I mean, obviously, every appointment I do gets me one step closer. And here's what I will say. At the end of the appointment, if you like me and you like the presentation and you thought it was a good job, feel free to recommend me to everyone else, mom and grandma and your best friends and all that, because we only work through word of mouth. We only work through recommendations. So it's a nice warm welcome. And my goal is to meet 100 new people each year just doing these appointments. So just something to keep in mind as we go through it. So go ahead and click spacebar or next. You see what is Cutco right now?
Yeah.
Cool. So Cutco is been around since 1949. Everything at Cutco is manufactured up in New York. So it's all American made, handcrafted, high quality products. And by the way, the site could be a little confusing. So just click whenever I say click, just so that way we're on the same page. But everything, have you ever heard of K-Bar before?
Yeah.
So K-Bar, the military combat knife, Cutco manufactures K-Bar. It's very, very high quality. The company does $250 million in sales each year. And we have about 17 million customers. So it's about 1 out of 8 homes in America own a set of Cutco. So Tim, my first question is, out of those 17 million people who own a set of Cutco, how many do you think already had a set of knives before they bought Cutco?
Yeah, all of them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so like for me, I know that there's like a lot of sales stuff. You can probably accelerate forward.
Perfect.
A lot of the sales stuff because I am interested in more so just like what's the price, what are the knives.
Deal.
I kind of did my research in 5 minutes. I was able to research quite a bit, actually, believe it or not.
Deal. So is it okay if I do the Cliff Notes, the quick version? Can I do the quick version?
Yeah, just you can move forward.
Perfect. So let's do the quick version. So if you go and click spacebar, you'll see the Super Shear. So this is this is the first product line. A lot of people get these with their set. They come in their set. They come apart at a right angle. They're awesome. My wife and I have 2 pairs at home, one in red and one in black. And they're dishwasher safe. And you'll see in the video, do you see him cutting a penny? Do you see that?
Yeah.
So cuts a penny, absolutely incredible. These come with most of our sets. So dishwasher safe, guaranteed forever. If you go in and click spacebar one more time, let me show you one of the other products that we have. This is the vegetable peeler. Do you see the little red button? Click that. It is the smoothest peel you ever see. Tim, I promise you, whenever I go to my in-laws and we have to peel potatoes, this is the easiest tool to use. It is absolutely incredible. Peel carrots, cucumbers, potatoes. Do you ever do any peeling at all once in a while?
I mean, on rare occasion.
Occasion.
To be honest, like I have like a staff of people that do stuff for me.
Oh, yeah?
It's more so like me getting this because I'm just going to cut an apple or a piece of bread or something like that.
Yeah.
I eat out probably 90% of the time on a business thing or some family thing where I cater or something.
Absolutely.
But for me, as you know, like I make like $25+ million a year. So like for me, I'm just interested in just a high quality product. I'm not like, I know I understand you guys have this unlimited warranty, unlimited or sharpening for whatever $10 or whatever for up to 10 knives or something like that. I know yours knives are like 440 steel.
Yep.
They're not like the full made one. They're like cut, so that makes them a little lower quality but lighter. So the pro is that they're lighter. The con is that they're lighter. But the warranty kind of makes up for the sharpening issue. What is it? Like, there's a bunch of variables. So for me, honestly, it's just like getting a good pair of knives.
Deal. Let's fly through this so that way, I can respect your time because in that case, if you're probably making, I don't know, 100 grand in an hour. So I gotta respect your time, brother, man. We gotta fly through this.
Like 100+ grand a day.
Yeah. So let me fly through this, brother. Let me respect your time. So if you click to the next one, you're looking at the disadvantage of the common knives. You already know this. I mean, wood absorbs moisture. The plastic breaks. The stainless steel dulls. I mean, they just are low quality. Now, granted, where you are right now in life, Tim, you probably know this, is not where you're going to be forever. But whatever you buy with Cutco now and whatever you invest in, you're going to have forever. So it's like it is an investment into your kitchen. and also into the future cooking you're going to do. So go in and click spacebar. You'll see Cutco. You already did your research, so I don't need to bore you to death with all the stuff you already know. I do think it's important for you to know why it's quality and why it's expensive, but you already know that. The number one thing that separates Cutco from the rest is the materials that we use. As you already know about those materials, very expensive. The guarantee, which you're already aware of, the unique double D edge that can stay sharp for about 7 to 10 years, and the fact that it's 100% dishwasher safe. So with your travel schedule, convenience is probably important. So being able to just put them in the dishwasher and not have to worry about washing by hand or sharpening the knives is probably a pretty good idea. So if you
I
go,
don't actually travel. Everybody's like coming to me.
oh, okay,
It's all like at my house. So it's more so that I'm like eating out like within 5 minutes of where I'm at.
got it.
So it's not so much travel, but yeah.
Think about how sick it would be.
An apple.
So
You know, somebody's like, hey, let me use a knife, and then I give them this like junky knife. They're like, wow, that's really cheap. You know, it's like.
yeah, no, I get
like,
you then. Yeah, that makes sense, and that obviously, if you're hosting guests, it might make sense, and you have a nice place and everything is nice. You probably are like, all right, let me upgrade the kitchen. So
That's
go.
a fundamental issue.
Yeah.
Nice place. This is my one knife that I use for everything.
Yeah,
So,
we're gonna help you out, dude. Dude, you're gonna get. I got you here. So if you go in and click space bar, I don't need to tell you about the guarantee. Go to slide number 12. Go to slide 12. Okay. So slide 12 is the Homemaker Plus 8. This is the basics package that we have. It's 7 knives, 2 forks, and a spatula. This is the set that someone gets if they barely cook at all. Now there are other sets that we have, like the set that my wife and I have. We have our the complete set, the ultimate, just because when we do want something, we have the right tool for it. I'm going to start with just the basic set right here. And then, of course, we could go larger, we could go smaller, but this is the standard set. We sell about 30,000 of these sets every year. So the reason why a set makes the most sense, Tim, is because what happens is if someone gets one tool or 2 or 3 tools, they use them improperly. They damage, they're not as satisfied, they don't work real well. It's kind of like a pair of shoes. You have the right shoe for the right occasion, the right shoe for the right outfit. Same concept with knives. And here's what I'll tell you. The ultimate set that my wife and I have, it's a lot more than we were used to, but it's not more than we would use. I mean, we use those tools all the time. So any set is going to be bigger than the 4 knives you have. But I promise you, if you have them, you'll probably end up using them. And eventually, if you have, family or something like that, you're definitely going to want these tools. So the first tool that comes in this says the paring knife. If you click and see that, that's going to be your small paring knife in the air, small fruits in the air, tops off of strawberries. The complete set comes with an extra one, a larger one, but this one, the basic, just comes with one. If you click spacebar, do you see the trimmer?
Yeah, the paring knife.
Cool. Go click one more to the trimmer. And then if you click that little video, we're not going to watch the whole thing, but this trimmer is going to be one of your favorite tools. That's going to be for small fruits on a cutting board. So that's going to be for a tomato. That's like your go-to. Exactly. So the basic set only comes with one trimmer, but the complete set comes with a raw meats version, a straight edge version. It also comes with like a heavier duty version as well, just in case you cut some a little bit harder. You have a right tool for that. So, but the basic set just comes with the one trimmer. And you see how it glides right through like the raw meat and the tomato. It's absolutely life-changing. It's incredible. If you go and click spacebar, you'll see the spatula spreader. This is going to be your sandwich tool. So that trimmer is awesome for small fruits, but it's not good for spreading. And that's why you have a spatula spreader. So that way, when you do make a sandwich, you got the right tool for that. Large surface area. Do you ever make peanut butter jelly once in a while? Is that still a thing in your house?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll love this tool, man. This one's awesome for spreading. You could scoop, spread, and slice all with one tool. So that comes in your basic set as well. The complete set just comes with a whole package of like baking tools. So like if you ever did get into baking or had someone in the home that did baking, you'll have the right tools for that. Some bread knives and whatnot. So if you go in and click spacebar again, you'll see the Petite Carver turning fork. This is going to be your small carving set. This is going to be for a pineapple cantaloupe. It's going to be good for rotisserie chicken, something along those lines. Have you ever tried to cut a pineapple before?
Yeah, I've cut, not a whole pineapple, but I've cut like big things like watermelon.
Oh my gosh, dude! All right, I just got to at least show you this video. You just got to check this. It's the first clip of the video. Do you see the Petite Carver cutting this pineapple?
I'm watching the pineapple.
Oh my! Do you see that? Right? It's
25 seconds in. Yeah.
I mean, it glides right through. Incredible. You know, I'll tell you right now, when we grill out, we'll throw some pineapple slices on the barbecue. It's awesome. Throw some maple flakes on there. It's really delicious. So if you click spacebar again, you'll see the butcher knife. This is the heavy duty version. So this is going to be for the heavy duty jobs. You ever try to cut something real hard, you thought the knife might break? This is, we call it the big brother. It protects all the other knives from doing stuff it's not supposed to do. So that's the big brother, the butcher knife, anything heavy duty. The complete set comes with a Big Daddy cleaver. It also comes with, you know, a vegetable cleaver too, along with a meat cleaver. The Homemaker set just comes with the one butcher knife, so that way you have it just in case you need something heavy duty. If you go ahead and click spacebar, you'll see the vegetable chopper. So this is going to be for your onions, carrots, any type of veggies you might want to chop up, prepare a soup salad, stir fry stuffing, an omelet, something for yourself. This one is, do you do vegetables once in a while?
Okay, I see it.
Yeah, do you do vegetables, fresh vegetables once in a while?
Not really. I mean, I get like packages with them, like pre-made, and then I like microwave them. So I'm not doing the cutting, not fresh vegetables.
Yeah.
Also, I focus on fresh fruit.
Yeah. Well, the benefit of the fresh vegetables, of course, is just obviously it's healthier, but they also taste a lot better too. I feel like you know, chopping up an onion, or you know, if you ever did that in the future, chopping up a carrot, it's going to be really nice to have one of those tools, because every kitchen needs one of those chef knives just in case you are going to cut some vegetables at some point. I use mine. My wife and I are vegetarians, so we use ours every day. But if you're not doing it that often, it's still a great tool to have. The complete set comes with a few extras, just in case you do have company over and they want to help you prepare some food in the kitchen. But the basic set that you're looking at just comes with one. And then the last two, the Homemaker comes with, is a slicer. This is going to be your bread knife. So if you ever do Cuban bread, French bread, or even if you have like a 6-foot sub and you want to cut it up, watching like football, you know, on a Sunday or something like that, it's a great tool to like separate it, cut it up. Great for birthday cakes as well. It slices right through the bread, which is incredible. And then the ultimate set, the complete set, just comes with the salmon knife, which is a flexible version of that. So if you click to slide 21, you see 21?
21.
Cool. These are your table knives. These are your every meal knives, breakfast, lunch, dinner. So this is going to be anything you use at the kitchen table. So anytime if you make a waffle to a pancake to eating, you know, a steak dinner, it doesn't really matter. You're going to use a table knife. This is the one knife at the kitchen table you'll use. And when you have company over, there's enough of those. So the Homemaker comes with 8. The complete set comes with 12. Many people add on more just because you know, these are like your butter knives that you'll use every meal. They go with your forks and spoons. So, but what's cool about ours, it has that razor sharp double D edge. That's leather that video is cutting. So it's like incredible. So that's the set. If you go ahead and click to slide 22, you'll see all the sets. They come in a block. They come in with some gadgets, accessories you could add on to that. Come with a cutting board. It'll be a full package for you. So that's your Homemaker set. Go ahead and let's go to slide number 27. This is the signature set. It's called the medium set. It's just it's in between the complete and the basic. And then if you go to slide 28, that's the complete set. That's what I was telling you about. That's the ultimate set. That set, I'll tell you right now, Tim, someone comes over your house and sees the ultimate set, they're going to compliment it because they're like, okay, this guy knows what's up. It is, I know it looks large, but it's actually the size of a piece of paper, but it really fills the kitchen nice. That's the one that my wife and I have. It was a pretty, you know, to rip off the Band-Aid and get it was a little tough, but man, we love having that. It's a lot of fun to have it in the kitchen. So if you go to slide number 24, most people, they haven't priced like high quality cutlery, but you, Tim, you probably did your research and you probably have an idea of how much high quality cutlery costs. But it's like anything else. There's a wide variety of quality and prices available. You know, so Cutco is not going to be compared to the cheap, low quality stuff you might find at like a department store, like a Walmart, Target. You'd compare it to the other high-end brands that you probably saw in your research, Schön, Wusthof, you know, Henkel's. But Wusthof and Schön are the highest grade that you could find, unlike a Williams Sonoma or in stores. They're really, really good. top of the line, really high quality. Now they have different grades of quality. The Icon Blackwood for Wusthof and the Shun Kaji. Those are the two top brands. So anytime someone doesn't buy Cutco, I tell them, listen, go get those brands because they're really, really good. They use durable steel. They use very durable handle material. They're German made for the Wusthof, Japanese made for the Shun. They're two of the top selling brands that you could find in stores. So you could see a homemaker size set, a 20-piece set is going to run you about $3,400 on sale for $2,000. And the Shun is going to run you somewhere in that $4,000 range on sale for somewhere in that $3,000 range. And even with that money, they're worth it. They're going to last a long time. They'll last about 10 years. They're super high quality and they're good brands. There are some differences though, Tim, between those sets and Cutco. See, those overseas brands, they're not made to go in the dishwasher. They're not dishwasher safe. Where Cutco is dishwasher safe because of the materials that we use. The materials they use is called a polypropylene in their handle. So it's just not, it's heat resistant up to 120 degrees versus the Cutco thermoresin is 350 degrees. Or they use a resin-infused hardwood. So it's just the thermoresin material in Cutco's handle is the similar material to dishwasher parts. And if you actually look at the user manual for their brands, Shun and Wusthof, they'll tell you not recommended for the dishwasher because if it ever does rust or melt, that voids the guarantee because the guarantee doesn't cover anything that melts. That's another part of it is that their edges are straight edges that constantly need resharpening, where Cutco has that double D edge will stay sharp for about 10 years, so it's real low maintenance. So their guarantee also covers the defects. Cutco has the forever guarantee. So anyone you ask that owns Cutco, they'll tell you Cutco is 10 times better than any other knives they've ever used. I know you haven't used it that much, as far as other than some research, but I could assure you it's at least twice as good as these overseas brands. That's what's kept me here for 15 years. And obviously, anytime a product offers twice the quality and value, you'd expect to be twice the price. So do you have a pen?
Yeah, I can write something down.
Cool. So twice the quality, twice the value, twice the price. You'd expect the homemaker set to be $4,000. So just go ahead and write down $4,000. Okay. But let me just show you what you get. If you go ahead and click spacebar, you'll see, that's the homemaker set. That's the same set that they have there at, $2,000-3,000 of these other brands. That's the basic family set. If you click on slide 26, you'll see you could get it in black, white, or red. By the way, if you were considering a set, which color do you think would look better in your kitchen?
Doesn't matter. Black, I guess.
Yeah, black's classic for a single dude for sure.
Yeah.
The black, you can't go wrong with that. And then they obviously have the medium set on slide 27 and the complete set on slide 28.
Yep.
If you were going to go with a set, which of those three is probably more of what you're looking at?
I don't know. Market research. That's my answer to everything.
Well, you said, what was that? One more time?
Whatever the market research comes out to. So get a price, get a comparison, compare other pricing of other things based on quality. I always do market research on everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You give me a price, you give me your best price, you give me the product, I research it and make a determination.
Sure. So, and what's nice is, and I invite you to do the research 100%. After 15 years, I could assure you, I've done all the research for you. So, obviously I invite you to do as much research as you'd like. But and any questions you might have, of course, I'm biased because I've been, obviously working for this company for 15 years, but, $300,000 in sales and $11 million in sales with people I've trained. I could assure you, there's nothing that's gonna show up in your research that's gonna guide you to something better for residential use for what you're talking about for your home than Cutco. The data obviously points to that being number one in North America for the last 30 years now. So that set of $4,000. Here's the best part. Their sets at Wusthof and Shun, they'll give you the homemaker size set for $4,000. Our entire Cutco complete set, the ultimate set that my wife and I have, is not even $4,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So the entire ultimate set, do you have that pen?
Yeah.
okay, with a set of 12 steak knives, okay, the whole thing, the whole shebang is going to be $30.49.
How much?
$30.49.
$30.49.
$30.49. Just so you know, that breaks down to $661 a month. That includes 7% sales tax. So if you, I don't know if you need to take advantage of monthly installments or not, but just
No, I buy everything cash. I mean,
yeah,
it wouldn't make sense for me to waste my time with that, obviously.
yeah, it's just like an automatic debit. It's whatever makes it easy for you. So it'd be $30.49 plus tax, or it would just be you know, that $661 a month. It's up to you. But here's what I'll tell you: at $30.49 plus tax, with that, if you did want to sign up and you say, Mike, I'll rip off the Band-Aid. I'll get a full set of Cutco today. I'd like to get the best set of Cutco you have, which is the ultimate set with steak knives. What I will do for you is, like I told you in the very beginning, I will buy you $600 in whatever you want out of the Cutco catalog. And if you continue to click through the presentation, you will see all the other items that you can add on. So if you wanted to do holiday shopping for other people, maybe you have employees that you want to get some nice gifts for, I could get them engraved with your Cutco, with your company logo on them. We can do a customizable and engravable, anything you want. I'll give you $600 of anything you want with the order for free if you wanted to go ahead and do it today versus later.
Okay.
So, Tim, I wouldn't be doing my job and ask you, man, for $30.49 plus tax, did you want to get the sickest, baddest set of kitchen knives in the world and welcome yourself to the Cutco family, man?
Well, as I said before, I get the price, I get the set, and then I do market research.
Sure.
All my decisions are made like that. I never make a decision on the spot. I always spend a couple of days researching all decisions that are financial, regardless of price.
100%.
So unless it's a service. So products, yes. Services, no. So it's services depending on. So I mean, that's just the business strategy today. I mean, you're talking about sales, right? So I have control over billions of dollars in sales, and I've run through personally hundreds of millions of dollars through myself. So like, you know, I stick to my processes.
Sure.
No matter if they're good or bad, regardless. I stick to my processes.
What
I've been able to pull it off.
Yeah, what questions do you feel like you're gonna, during your research, what are the main questions that you want to have answered for yourself to feel confident pulling the trigger and saying, all right, I know that's what I'm gonna go with, whether it's Cutco or not? What are the questions that you feel like you have to have answered for that?
So you said it was a 12-piece set for $3,049?
So no, just the 12 steak knives. So it's actually almost a 40-piece set. So you got, it's twice the size of the Wusthof. So you're getting 12 steak knives. You're getting all the tools that are on slide 28, plus a pair of scissors, 3 cutting boards, a sharpener. So it comes out to be, it's almost 40 pieces plus $600 in free Cutco.
So how much is it for
for the
like with regards to like let's say like a smaller set? Because a lot of these knives, like even though it looks impressive, they will never be used. So like that's the reality. So like didn't you have a smaller set?
Absolutely. And that's why I started with a complete. You know, I always start with the larger set because, you know, let's call it what it is, man. I mean, I want to show you the absolute best. You're a guy that maybe at some point in life you might want to have a full set. And if you're going to spend money eventually upgrading, you might as well just rip off the Band-Aid and do the full thing. So I always go there. The Homemaker set at Wusthof and Shun, the one that was $4,000, are comparable set to them. Do you have that pen?
Yeah, Homemaker set. Yeah.
Yep. It's $13.26. And that's a 21-piece set. It comes with 7 knives, 2 forks, a spatula, 8 table knives, a solid oak block, a cutting board, and a sharpener.
Okay.
That set right there has been the most popular set of Cutco for 30 years. Or I'm sorry, since 1949. So for the last, so we're selling about 30,000 of these every year.
Yeah. So it's 1322, 21 piece total.
1326, yep, 1326. It's a 21-piece set.
So it's like 13 knives and then 8 steak knives.
So 7 knives, 2 forks, and a spatula. So 10 cooking tools, 8 table knives. So 10 cooking tools, 8 dinner knives, a block, a cutting board, and a sharpener for your straight edges. Plus, with that option, if you feel like, all right, that makes more sense for me, and you wanted to do it, I will still be able to give you $275 in additional bonus items for free, just to sweeten the deal for you to make the decision today versus later.
What was that last part?
Just to help you make the decision today versus later, I'll give you $275 that I'll buy you. And that, like I said, that could be a gift for you or for somebody else. And I do client gifts all the time with Cutco. So I put my logo, I put it engraved, I give it as a client gift. It's a great one because they use it all the time. And every time they use it, they think about the person that gave it to them. It's a really good idea.
Okay. So going through that presentation further, we'll go through the presentation. There's like a gallery plus 6 sets.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, starter sets, essential sets, studio sets,
Mm-hmm.
other sets, knife set. Let's see, trying to look through it. Slide 32. I guess it shows all of them. The cookware.
Yep.
I bought cookware recently. I bought like the highest end cookware you can buy.
Yeah. What'd you get? Healthcraft? Kitchen Craft?
I forget the brand that I bought, but I basically looked up like the highest end. It was like $1,000 or something.
Oh, dude, if you spent $1,000, I could assure you it wasn't your market research might have. It depends on how many pieces. Depends on how many pieces, though.
I think it was like a couple pieces. Like
Oh, okay.
4 or 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5 pieces. That's about right. You probably got it from Regalware, Healthcraft, Kitchen Craft. There's really only a couple of good high-end cookware companies that are out there.
I'll tell you what I got.
Salad Master.
I don't think it's All Clad. Maybe it's
No, All Clad sold in stores, man. If you want the best, you're not going to get them in stores. Royal Prestige is really good. Healthcraft, Kitchen Craft, Salad Master. Because Cutco outsources for those companies. They're all the same brand. They're all Regalware. And then what they do is they outsource this waterless, high-end, greaseless cookware.
Okay.
No, that's good. I'm glad you ended up getting some high-end cookware. It's a good investment.
Yeah, the thing is I don't cook enough. Like my entire schedule is based on trying to eat out. So okay, so we got the homemaker set, 21 pieces, 1322. Was there a set in the middle? What's the set above the homemaker set?
That's the signature set. That's for people who, they cut up a couple things a couple times a week. That one there, if you want to, are you asking for a price point? Or do you want information about what the set has?
Both.
Cool. So it's the exact same thing as the homemaker. It just comes with 3 of the customer requested tools. The homemaker's been around since 1949. The signature same set came out in 2010 because customers were upgrading and buying these extra individual pieces, the cheese knife, the mini chopper, the super shears, but they didn't have a spot in the block to keep them. So Cutco just came out with a set that had spots in the block and those favorite knives. So it comes with, I guess it would be 13 cooking tools, 10 table knives, 3 cutting boards. And that one's $19.95. Okay. That's a 27. I think it ends up being 27 pieces, 28 pieces, something like that. I'll tell you right now, that's the best value because you also get $425 in additional Cutco with that one.
Okay. Is that how much? 400?
425.
425.
And it's $19.95 plus tax.
Any other information do you have that could be useful for me to make a decision?
I mean, realistically, whatever questions you might have that you want to have answered, I'd love to answer them for you as best of my ability. I'll try to be as non-biased as possible and just give you the facts as much as you need. Because the research that you'll do is going to also have some sort of bias because it's going to be someone else's opinion, of course, where most reviews and whatnot. But if you have specific questions on material or craftsmanship, of course we could go through that. But, it seemed like that you already did all that research for yourself. But if you have any questions specifically, I'd love to answer them for you.
Yeah. Let's see. So I noticed that there's a construction difference between yours and the Wusthof.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is they consider the Wusthof design for the classic, as an example, to be higher quality. Although I'm going to be honest that I'm deterred by the no dishwasher. Even though I know my pan's non-dishwasher, but then it's just wasting time on my end. Time is very, very valuable to me, so it's not too much of a variable. Wusthof as an example, there's the forged versus
we use as far as the way that our edge is designed, the concave grind on our edge, it's designed to stay sharper longer. So we have to use a little bit of a softer steel. So they use a harder steel, but our softer steel allows us to get a finer edge. So our edge with the concave grind versus their saber grind will allow it to stay sharper according to the CATRA test, the Cutlery Allied Trades Research Association, 40% longer out of package, and it holds its edge retention 40% longer because we use a concave grind with a 440A surgical grade steel. So yeah, they might say, oh, our steel is just stronger, which is true. But when it comes to sharpness and edge retention, that there's more to edge retention than just the grade of the steel. So Cutco uses the perfect grade of the steel in order to get that sharp edge that stays sharper longer, because that's what our customers would rather have. What good is strong steel if you have to constantly sharpen it all the time and maintain that edge?
Okay, yeah, and I know they have also more weights to them than knives when they're like that. So yours are lighter weight.
Slightly lighter, yep. And the material we use, that thermoresin, is a football helmet material. It's very high impact and very durable, but it's not extremely heavy.
Yeah, so those are differences. I'd be curious what other brands are dishwasher safe that are your competitor. So that would be research that I'll do.
So technically, none of them are going to be dishwasher safe because the materials they use are not dishwasher safe materials. So technically, none of them are going to be dishwasher safe because they void the guarantee. If it melts in the dishwasher, they're not going to guarantee it. Where Cutco, the reason why we say it's dishwasher safe, because if it did happen to melt in the dishwasher, it's covered under the forever guarantee. But the materials we use are also dishwasher safe materials because we use the thermoresin and the surgical grade steel. So it's not going to rust or corrode. We use nickel silver rivets, which is airplane part material. So it's not going to expand and contract and loosen, which is the same as the Wusthof. Just the grade of the handle material and the steel we use, it's just more for residential use.
So you're saying that all of the knife companies, including Cutco, they're really not dishwasher safe, or Cutco is, but they'll just warranty it?
Correct. Because of Cutco's guarantee, we'll warranty it. And because we use dishwasher part material in our handle, technically that makes us dishwasher safe, but no other knife company uses dishwasher part material in their handle. So technically none of them are going to be dishwasher safe.
Why not? Why don't they use that in the handle?
It's really expensive. So since other brands are sold in stores, they have to mark up the price of the product. Like if you flew to Germany and tried to find a set of Wusthof, you'll find it for so much cheaper than you'll buy online because it's direct from the manufacturer. Cutco is not sold in stores, so we can offer higher quality products for a more affordable price because we cut out the middleman.
Yeah. Okay. So you have those three sets: the homemaker, the signature, and then like the complete set.
Those are the most popular sets. I always start those because those family sets are what most people upgrade to eventually. As you saw, there are starter packages. There's no doubt about it. And
I probably wouldn't get anything smaller than a homemaker set because I did want a set, and then like that would be the smallest amount that I would want. But so I wouldn't want to go smaller. What's the let's see. Did they have the knife? This knife, whatever. Was it the shredder or whatever it was?
Yeah, that's a trimmer. Yeah, that's about the size. That's about the size of a trimmer.
The trimmers. Is that the one that came in? I'm looking at it right now.
That's a tomato knife. Yeah, that comes in all three of the sets. Yeah.
The trimmer. That's basically all I use. Trimmer for watermelon. Trimmer for apple. Trimmer for everything. It's surprisingly effective.
And I'll tell you, in that it's very effective until you experience what you're going to experience when you have the right tool for the right job. I could assure you, it's like putting on a new pair of shoes for the first time, and like you were jogging in your dress shoes, and then you put a pair of like clouds on, and you're like, all right, I know the difference now.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
Yeah.
It's like driving a high-end sports car versus a non-sports car.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
It's a huge difference when you're driving, and it's like people don't notice it unless you drive it consistently. I totally get it. Okay, so with regards to pricing for the homemaker set of $13.22, what's the retail, or what do you guys normally sell it for?
So $13.26 is what it is. If you could go to Cutco right now, and you have two options through Cutco online. You can buy it piece by piece by piece over time. And, that's what some people do, is they just kind of build their set over time and just buy it from Cutco, and they'll cut, a sales rep out, which is totally cool. But if you did that, it would be $15.40. So it'd be $15.40 piece by piece over time. If you buy it as a package set, it's $13.26. What I do is I give free Cutco, which is $275 on that set, just to incentivize any of my customers to do business with me the first time to get some free stuff. If you say, Mike, I really don't care about the free stuff, I'd rather have a lower retail price on that set, then I'll let you know what that price is. If you're like, I don't really care about the free stuff, I'd rather do $13.26 plus tax at a discounted rate. And, I could give you what that price is, unless you want to, explore what some free stuff options are.
Okay. But the problem is, if you get the free stuff, it's not going to fit into the block.
No, the free gadgets are like ice cream scoops and, cheese knives, or a fishing knife, pocket knife, gifts, like a gift for mom, or a gift for, a holiday event, or an employee gift or something like that. So I feel like those are more valuable than a discount, especially because for you, if I got you $275 in Cutco, I can get you maybe like 4 spatula spreaders engraved, maybe three or 4 spatula spreaders engraved that says made especially for so-and-so, and put that in a box for you. And you have 3 or 4 really, really badass gifts for people that you like, which could potentially be more beneficial to you than a discount. But if you're like, Mike, I'd rather get rock bottom on my set of knives, I can care less about those other people, then I could obviously do that instead.
Yeah, I don't need necessarily something engraved. There's no value with that. So Wusthof, didn't they have, because that's my comparison, did one that was manufactured the same way as you, not the cast. I'm trying to remember. Do you remember which model they had? I can look it up.
I know their highest grade is the Icon Blackwood. That's going to be the highest grade of Wusthof. Now, they try to trick their customers because they have a classic Icon, and then they have an Icon Blackwood. Icon Blackwood is your better one, for sure.
Yeah, the classic Icon is made with a forged, and the other one's stamped, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So the Icon, so the Wusthof Icon, I don't know if they still have any 20. I'm trying to do a comparison. So Wusthof Icon.
The Icon Blackwood, yeah.
Their sets for, let's see, because that's the same manufacturing style. Like they have an 18 set. Oh, no, that's not them. Like 14 piece is $1,000. That's the black set.
The 14 piece, so that includes how many steak knives? There's probably 6 steak knives and 8, probably 7 cooking knives, something like that.
14 versus 21.
So it's obviously you're more and you're like slightly more priced, but trying to think
That would be equivalent. So when it says the 14 pieces, so you have a block as a piece, a sharpener as a piece, and then so that's 12. So and then their steak knives is probably maybe 6 steak knives, and then the 5 or 6 cooking knives.
Yeah.
That would be equivalent to like our galley set, something like that. That's a set my mom started with. You know, grew up in, you know, you obviously, you know, youngest of 8, and you know, she was, you know, a little bit more budget conscious, but that's what she started with. She loved it.
Icon set. But the icon set's not dishwasher safe though.
None of the, if you look at Wustof's guarantee and Shun, either of their guarantees, you have to register the product, and it's under you only. So it's only under the person who buys it.
Yeah.
And it's only manufacturer's defect, meaning like if the company messed up. But most of the time knives mess up when someone drops it on a floor, or it melts accidentally, or it falls in a garbage disposal. They don't cover any of that under their guarantee. Plus the chance of someone mailing it back to Germany to get their knives replaced, the cost of shipping in itself, most people will be deterred from it. So that's why it has a guarantee, but it's really not, it's not beneficial for someone that lives here. But they're really good. I'm not saying they're not good products. They are. But Cutco is for residential use with the features and benefits and the guarantee, it's hands down. It's not even a comparison. But we do a comparison. They're the closest competitor we have. Last year in North America, I think they did like 50 million. We did 269 million last year. So we sold about 5 times more than them in North America. They're just sold worldwide. They're really, really popular in Germany, but Cutco's an American-made company.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. And I read about those differences, and I know that you guys have a good warranty, like the best warranty. So that makes a big difference. I don't use it enough to actually probably leverage a warranty. But yeah, it's interesting how they talk about on their stamped models. They're pretty good. They're not much of a difference. So between their forged and stamped, which I thought was interesting. So like their classic line, as an example, you're saying is cheaper than their
yeah, the classic line is different, is cheaper. Now, sometimes it's not necessarily just because of the way it's stamped. It could be the materials that they use. So they might use lower end rivets. They might use lower end grade of the steel. They might use a lower end handle material. So it might not just be how it's stamped or forged. It might be something else in the materials that they lower the price. Sometimes they outsource them. So some of the Wustofs are made in like Korea, because they could get the materials a little bit less. Sometimes it's made in Spain. You could find Wustof made in China. Well, that's their sister company, Henkel's. They usually do the lower end.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I don't have any other questions. I'll just think about it for a couple of days, and then get back to you. I mean, obviously, so is that the only room you have is $275 off the $1326 for the homemaker set?
For the free Cutco, yeah. Is $275 and free. As far as the discount, I could look that number up and I could tell you, you know, what your price would be. But so the only thing is, Tim, is with those price points, we use those as an incentive, as like a buy now bonus, because we give every customer 15 days from the day they get it, so 3 weeks to think about their investment while they're using it. So say, for example, the reason why I give the $275 free, it's just an incentive to do it today versus later. And then if you're for whatever reason at all, you're not satisfied, it didn't add up to what you thought it was going to be, I send a UPS label to your house. Either I'll email it, or I send UPS to your house to pick up the package, and you get 100% refund within 15 business days. So it's 3 weeks. So that way you can at least make a final decision after using it versus a final decision, you know, right now over the phone. So that's why I give that incentive. But if you did want to, take advantage of my discount instead of the free stuff, do you have a pen?
Sure.
If you did want to do that today for the Homemaker plus 8 set, so the 21-piece set, I could do it for $1049 for you plus tax, and you will have the entire set forever. So what I do is I take the commission, boom, instead of buying you the free stuff, I just give you that discount.
on the 1049, 1051 or whatever.
Yeah, but what happens is I'm already giving by giving the discount, it's taking a hit on the commission. So so that's essentially what happens. So instead of just buying you with my commission Cutco, I just give you the discount, but the discounts aren't as good as the as a value for the sales rep. So, but sometimes it's better for the customer. That's why I always use the free stuff as an incentive, because you get more bang for your buck.
Yeah. And then going back to the signature set, how many pieces was that?
28, I believe. Let me double check.
The ultimate set?
14, 14, and 10 is 14, 10, 24, 25, 25, and 4. So 29. So the signature says 29 pieces.
And what was the difference? Homemaker, 3 extra tools, and 10 table knives, right?
So it's 10. So you get 2 extra table knives. You get 3 extra cooking knives. You get the scissors.
Okay, 3 cooking knives, scissors.
2 extra table knives.
Okay.
And you get two extra cutting boards.
Sorry, can you say it? So it's 4, 6. What's the last one?
2 extra cutting boards.
2 cutting boards?
So 2 extra ones. The Homemaker only just comes with the 1 cutting board, but the signature comes with 2 more, a smaller one and a larger one.
Okay. Let's see. So the Homemaker comes with 1, you said?
Yep, you get 1 medium cutting board.
Okay. Yeah, I don't necessarily need a cutting board. So all I'm kidding is, what are the cooking knives? 3 cooking knives do you get?
You get a mini chopper for some fine mincing and dicing called the 5-inch Santoku. You get a cheese knife, so that way when you cut the cheese.
Me which ones they are, like on the.
Yep, on slide 27, it's the 5-inch Petite Santoku knife.
So which one is it?
It's right next to the one with the holes.
Yeah, I see it. Yep.
It's actually those 3: the cheese knife with the holes, the 5-inch Petite Santoku, and the Hardy slicer. That's going to be like a good. The Hardy slicer is good for heavy duties cutting, like a butternut squash or any just tougher cut. And then the cheese knife, awesome for cutting the cheese, of course, but it's really good for anything that's dense, like an apple or a potato. It's the sharpest knife Cutco makes. And then you got the Petite Santoku, which is great for a fine mince. Anytime I make a homemade guacamole, I use that to mince up my red onion and my cilantro, my jalapeno. It's a really good tool. So I love using those tools for sure. And then you also get the scissors.
Basically like a knife.
And you get the super shears. Yeah, the ones that cut.
They're like sharp scissors.
They're not sharp. They actually have teeth on them, and then they have that surgical grade steel, so they grip really well. And then they have that really strong steel with the strong handle material. That's how they're able to cut the penny. They're incredible. They were actually featured on How It's Made on the Science Channel, and they did a whole episode just on our scissors. Modern Marvels did an episode called "The World's Sharpest," and out of every set of knives in the world, they chose Cutco. So that was pretty cool. That was a couple years ago too.
What do you cut with them typically?
The scissors?
Yeah, what do you use to cut with them?
Personally, I use it for the hard molded plastics that like my razor Mach 3 razors come in, battery packages, like any cardboard. But then I'll use them for broccoli stems. Whenever we do like broccoli or cauliflower, we'll buy a whole because it's a little bit less expensive. And then dog food bags. Whenever we get the dog food bag, it's perfect for that. Pretty much all around, and anything around the house. My wife uses them to trim up some of her plants around the house and around the yard. I mean, they're incredible.
And you said you own the ultimate set, right?
That's right.
Okay, with all of them. I guess you probably got that did you get that as a gift or whatever?
No. No, my wife and I, we got married, and we wanted to get on the registry. We did like the forks and spoons, but the flatware and the cookware, but the ultimate set we got because we got it like engraved with our name on it, and like we just wanted to do it the way we wanted to do it. So, and we had a bunch of other things that she wanted for the wedding registry. So yeah, we bought that ultimate set and we love it.
So you were doing Cutco all these years and you never had an Ultimate set?
As a single dude, man, I for me personally, dude, I wasn't making 20 million a year, so I didn't. I wasn't in a situation where I was about to drop, a couple $1,000. But 2 incomes, we're cooking more, we're starting our family. Like, why not? If we're ever going to do it, now's the time to do it, so we can enjoy the benefits for the rest of our life. So,
yeah.
And that's why we bought the bed we bought too. We bought a really nice bed because, it was expensive, but it has a 25-year guarantee on it. So it was like, all right, might as well do it now so we could enjoy the benefits of it.
Yeah, for me it comes down to is the knives will rarely get used. I used to have a cooking board, but I never really used it. It's just I wanted to upgrade to have a nice kitchen. It had really nothing to do with use. I just buy stuff that I never use. That's fundamentally what it comes down to. And
Tim, I'll be direct with you because I know you'd appreciate it. If I had the knives you showed me, I probably wouldn't use them either. So, but I can assure you, because it's not fun. I'll tell you right now, you have that set. Like it is fun chopping stuff up. Like just to get a coconut. Sometimes I'll get a coconut just to cut it in half and take a paring knife and get the fresh coconut out just instead of buying it because it's fun. Like, it is awesome having these tools that it just makes it enjoyable. It allows me to be creative in the kitchen. Like, I never thought about that stuff, dude. I didn't care when I was 24, 25 years old. But now, it's a nice, cool hobby that we do.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, thank you for the information. If there's any better pricing or any other deals, do they prices fluctuate or not really?
Yeah, they do. They just went up, actually. So the prices, since when I started, that 1326 Homemaker set was $812. So the prices have gone up every single year or sometimes twice a year. And we just had an increase in July. So, or I'm sorry, in August was their increase. So the prices just went up recently, but that's why I want to try to get you the lowest price possible today. So they do fluctuate. So the lowest price you'll ever get for Cutco is if you want to rip off the Band-Aid, go to set. I don't care if you get one piece to replace your trimmer, Tim. If you're like, all right, Mike, just send me trimmer. Let's get started there, and I'll hook you up, at least get that one knife replaced, and then you can see how awesome Cutco is. Or if you say, hey, Mike, go ahead, run my credit card for the, lock me in for the 1049 price, and then you could use it for a couple of weeks and see what you think. I just think it makes the most sense. Today's going to obviously be better than any other day, just to honor, that agreement that I always have with my customers. I always tell them, listen, I don't want to press you to buy, but I know that I'll give you the absolute best deal to try it out for a couple of weeks, just because not now, like, we want to incentivize people that can make decisions right away if we could.
And how much did the price go up recently?
It was just under a 5% increase that we had in August.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I have no other questions. I can get back to you via, chat on which one I'm interested in, unless there's a better way. But yeah, that's basically, I just sit on it for a couple of days or whatever. That's basically how my making process goes. And yeah, I make $20+ million in revenue. Profit is highly classified.
Sure.
But I'm not doing too poorly by any means.
Understand.
But yeah, so I do try to think things through always. It's just entertaining to think things through and research them. And the dishwasher thing is the variable that makes me think twice, because I do want to do dishwasher stuff. Even though sometimes I don't, with my pots and pans, I don't put them in the dishwasher and all that. But it is kind of a waste of my time. And quite honestly, I have a person that lives in my house that does everything for me. So I'm not even going to be the one using any of this stuff. But I'm around them at least. So I'm the one that can use it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a person who takes care of my kids and all that. I have 3 kids.
Oh, wow.
So, and then my girlfriend over often, but my kids are with me, the person will be cooking dinner, doing whatever. I'll have somebody else come over, my parents come over, girlfriend's cooking, so I'll get an apple and cut up an apple, cut a piece of bread, cut a watermelon. That's really my entire use case. Otherwise I have other people doing stuff for me.
Yeah.
So,
can I throw out one idea for you just to see if it helps? Is that okay?
Yeah.
If you decided that that 1049 option and taking me up for that offer for the Homemaker Plus 8, you're essentially getting over $1,500 in Cutco.
Yeah.
for $10.49. Okay, so you're getting 21 pieces for the homemaker set. If you take me up where you put a little fifth down on a credit card, just a fifth, I'll have it sent to you within 2 or 3 days. So that way you can think about it, do all of your research while having the set of knives in your home. You'll have it.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it doesn't. The price doesn't make a difference to me.
well, the only reason I say that is because it would at least allow you to have the knives at home, use them, cook with them, put them in the dishwasher, test them out.
I'm not eating. I mean, this entire week.
But you'll have it for the next month. That's what I was going to say. So you have it for an entire month, all the way until Halloween. And then if you decide, you're like, all right, I love it, just pay the difference. If you decide you just want to do the installments, you can do installments. But that way you can make a decision while using the product line versus having to think about it doing research and all that.
Yeah, what part of me comes down to is like I do my research, and then what I do is I present it to girlfriend, I present it to like the person that's in my house, like my nanny, and I'm like, what do you think of this? Will you be happy with this? And they'll probably say yes, 99% chance.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, okay, based on this research, I'm gonna buy it. But I need their buy-in because I'm not the primary user. I'm like, no, I'm not the primary user.
Yeah.
So like, I'm gonna need other people's buy-in, and not because I don't think they'll be like super happy with it, but more so like I want them to be. It's like sales.
Yeah.
Sales.
100%.
So like I'm selling it to them as much as I'm selling it to myself, and then you're trying to make a sale. But yeah. I think you got a good pitch going. I looked online on my biggest variable is time. I'm limited on time.
Sure.
So like I'm not gonna go back and forth. Like when I'm gonna make a purchase, I'm gonna make a purchase. That's it. Like when I buy it, I'm gonna buy it. I'm not gonna return. I'll probably never do anything under warranty, and I'm probably gonna use it very rarely. But I'll sit there. Just like I buy lots of crap that I don't use, so this will be at least something that I'll use. Like stuff that I use like infrequently, like that sword. How often do I use that? I don't use that often. I bought it because I walked around. I was like, oh, you know what? I was like, let me buy this sword at Renfest. Oh no, you know what? Maybe I could buy a better sword. So then I found like the best quality handmade sword, this replica of this one thing. It's a long sword, and I bought it for no apparent reason other than the fact that I just wanted it.
Yeah.
It's stupid. I'm never gonna use it. I just like show it to people, and they're like, "Oh, that's cool." When I showed it to my dad, he used to fence in college. Like he liked it, and that's it. That's the entire entertainment.
It's a conversation piece. Yeah.
And the knives are a work of art as well. They'll just sit there, and then they'll just be there for other people to enjoy.
Dude, I'll tell you right now. If you ripped off the Band-Aid, that Ultimate set is a giant conversation piece. Every time someone comes over my house and they see that set sitting on a granite countertop, they're like, "All right, that looks beautiful." I mean, it is.
They're gonna laugh at me and be like, "When do you cook?"
Oh no, it has none. It's for some people. I'll tell you right now. We have clients that buy Cutco. One of our customers at Cutco is the Miami Dolphins. They buy an Ultimate set for every one of their box holders engraved with the Miami Dolphins logo on it. Those guys, they don't cook. They have the box seats. They use it for their clients. But why do they give it as a gift? Because their wives are the ones that like to have a large set of Cutco. The Ultimate set is by far amazing. If you're looking for,
get it down to the price of $2,000
for an Ultimate set, I can get an Ultimate set. It would take some numbers, probably not. But if you told me that you were going to do it today, so because on this recording I have like, I don't know, a dozen people watching me right now. If you said, Mike, you get that price down to $2,000 and you'll buy an Ultimate set today, you bet your ass I'm going to crunch some numbers and get it close to $2,000 if I could to get you to say yes today. Now, if you say, Mike, get to work, get the $2,000 number, and then you come back at me and say, all right, I'll sit on it and I'll think about it for a couple of days. It's not going to be a good investment for time as far as that goes. But if you tell me I will get to work, I will crunch some numbers and I will see the closest I can get that to. Because in my professional opinion, that's why I started there, Tim, is I believe a bachelor like you, now that I know you have 3 kids and you have a girlfriend, it's a no-brainer. I thought it was just you by yourself.
No.
So if you might eventually decide to, have cooking as a hobby later on down the road. Who knows? I mean, we're getting up there. I would love for you to own that set. So if you tell me I could get that price close to $2,000, I will crunch some numbers for you, and I'll let you know right now how close I can get it to you for. The other option is if you're looking for practical of what you would actually use, based upon what you've told me, I think you should buy an essential set for me today, just because it would give you the bare essentials of those knives you showed me, and you'd at least replace the current knives you have and have at least those knives in good quality, and it'll run you a couple $100. So those are the two things I would say. If you want to go big and like just rip off the Band-Aid and go for it, I will crunch some numbers right now and let you know the price I could get you for that ultimate. No free stuff, just bottom line, rock bottom, no like back and forth. But if you say, Mike, I just want to replace the knives I have, you want to get a good starter set, practical that you would use, I think the essential set would probably be the best option, or the studio set. Probably even the studio set, because you would use that trimmer, probably quite often. And you said you don't do vegetables, and so you might not need a vegetable chopper. The studio set might even be even more practical for you. I'm just biased with a vegetable chopper because I use it all the time. So, and like I said, you're talking a couple $100, but at least you have a good high quality set of kitchen knives that are practical that you would use, versus, the conversation piece set.
Yeah. So, I mean, I probably minimum would be homemaker, just for the sake of my time's worth something. But what's the best, price? How far can you get the ultimate? Do you want to get back to me on that?
I mean, like I said, I could do the numbers. If I could get it to a price point that you say yes, you don't have to say yes, but if I crunch some numbers right now and give you a price point, and if it's a comfortable number for you, would you consider saying yes to pull the trigger today?
I mean, I have to ask my girlfriend and my nanny, but other than that, then I would be comfortable.
Are they there? Are they there with you?
Sleeping. Nanny's sleeping. Girlfriend's waiting for me. So
I'll tell you, they'll probably knowing you the way I've just met you, they're probably going to trust your opinion more than anything. You seem like you're the guy that has the answers, not them.
What's the best price you can get for the ultimate? So that's the question.
All right, give me 45 seconds. Start counting. Actually, I might need 10 more. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Rock bottom. When my wife and I bought our set, okay, I could get it to you at that same discount that I gave myself and my wife, that when we bought it would be $20.54 plus tax. 20.54 plus tax, and you will have an ultimate set with table knives, the biggest, baddest set of kitchen knives on planet Earth, and you'll never have to buy knives ever again. You'll be done. 20.54 out the door. Give me your credit card, and I'll have it mailed to you.
Yeah, it wasn't under 2,000, so I'd still have to think about it. So that wasn't the price that I was looking for, but it's funny how I could walk away from a deal if it's $1 over.
Hey,
but yeah,
totally cool. There's put it this way. The reason why I'm okay losing, not losing the sale, but like not getting it today. The only reason why I would say I can't get it for under 2,000 is because you're looking at a set that is, through Cutco, you'd essentially be getting a set retail piece by piece by piece over time. You could do when you do your research, you probably already saw how much that set is valued at. So you're looking at an ultimate set with block is valued at $3,295. So, and you essentially be walking away from 2054, which would be about a $1,200 swing.
Mhm.
So if you're okay walking away from that, if you're gonna do it, I could sleep tonight, knowing that I at least gave you my same price that I paid for it with when my wife and I. Now we paid a little bit less just because the price increase. It would have been under 2,000, a month ago, but I can't do anything about.
Yeah, that's a con. But yeah, I'll think about it. But thanks for the best price or the good price. So let me know if any other sales or promotions come out. Black Friday.
Nothing's going to be better than 2054. I could assure you that today. If you go to eBay right now, you could probably get that ultimate set at a really good price. You might be able to get it for like 2,500, maybe 2,400. Someone might be selling on eBay, but that's just someone who probably won it in a contest or got it as a gift or something like that.
Yeah.
And it will probably save you money over retail, but obviously it puts us out of business. But just if it's dollars and cents strictly, Tim, that would be that would be your best bet. So 2054 plus tax, brother, and I'll have that sent to you, and you'll be cooking with it and cutting with it by the end of the week.
Cool. Yeah, let me think about it. Let me give it a night. But yeah, thanks. I appreciate the time talking. It's coming up to 9 o'clock, so I'm sure you want to get back to your wife. And
I agree.
It was nice chatting. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt.
I am interested though. I'll get back to you.
All right, brother. Well, hey, it was nice chatting with you too, and we'll connect. When you say follow up, what does that look like for you? Because you obviously know that you said you want a set. So what does that look like for you?
By the end of this week.
Cool. I'll send you all the information that you need, and then you could decide, from there what you want to get. Please don't hold me to these prices I showed you today, because like I told you, I won't be able to honor them. I'm a person of my word, just like you're a person of integrity. So, but I'll give you the best price at that time, but I won't be able to honor, some of these prices just because I'd be a liar to everyone else that buys from me on that first visit. So I can't, put my integrity on the line, but I'll still hook you up.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right, brother. Hey, have a good one, Tim. Nice catching up.
Thanks. Take care. Bye.
Jesus
You're a
Christ.
saint.
That was high stakes,
I
man.
feel like saying bow down to the man, because I would have said, I'm sorry, we're not.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know if that's the best recording of anything, but let me stop recording. I'll stop. Well, I guess I'll record any of this recap or debrief or anything that showed up for anyone. So
I feel
I didn't even know you guys were still here. Honestly, I was like, I would have left a long time ago.
No, I wanted
I had to go
see.
do garbage because that's how I felt. I had to go clean the garbage because this man was making me.
He makes no sense at all. Money isn't a problem, but if you can't get it below 2,000, I can't get it.
Principle. I understand that, and that's what I was trying to play to his ego with
Yeah.
like big stuff
like,
and best, and then but I
Car.
I could have read it a little bit better because he didn't want to build rapport, but yet he felt the urge to tell me at the end about his girlfriend and his kids. But when I was trying to like connect a little bit in the beginning, I couldn't.
Share that with you.
Yeah, he didn't want to share it,
Yeah.
but then he felt the need to at the end. So therefore, looking back, I needed to draw that out from him in the beginning to establish more of a connection versus having it come up at the end where he uses it as a rebuttal. So I could have done a better job at creating that connection with him in the beginning, if almost like forcing the connection a little bit more with a better question asking. But he felt like as soon as he dropped that like ego line of like, oh, money's not a thing, I make money, I kind of fell into that silly ego trap of money where I knew that wasn't going to be the factor.
Yeah.
It was all about him feeling that he could make the decision
Control.
and he was in control and he needed to feel that way. And that's why I was kind of speaking to that with the ultimate, the complete and all that. But there was still that little bit of emotional piece I didn't just connect to. So it's good observation. Well, anything else that showed up that is recording worthy, that as anybody watches this, if anyone does, they can draw out a best practice or it was a pretty sloppy virtual demo. There's no doubt. I mean, the guy did his research beforehand, and this is why guys are kind of a pain in the ass, but at least it showed you, hopefully, some best practice for a virtual demo, regardless of him, just more so anything showed up.
I feel like he brought every possible objection to the table. So I feel like it actually was a good demo to see because I saw you go into everything. Like he was all over the place. He could not decide what his objection was. So I liked how you went over. I also liked, I wrote a note here that like you didn't stop. Like you kept saying the same thing until he got it, like in a different way. So like he would say, oh, I want this, and then, or I don't like this, whatever, and then you would say something and he would just kind of like go over it like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. So then you would just rephrase what you said until it really stuck. And I know that urgency of like, I guess it was hard to build the urgency because he wasn't really affected by the money. He just acted like it. But I feel like that's something that I didn't do like in my online demos.
Yeah.
One of the things that I liked some of the key phrases that you did everything in this demo that you told us to do. You used every good phrase. I think you did marvelous. Even though he was scattered, you drew it back to what the issue was, and I liked the way you really tried to build rapport. But then he got weird. I mean, that's the only way I can say it, because you tried. I'm trying to do this, but he wouldn't let you.
Yeah.
He wouldn't let you speak.
And that's a typical guy move. I probably would have done the same if I was a dude. If I had,
You are a dude.
Well, if I was a sales, like if I was on the receiving end of a sales pitch, I probably would say something similar. I haven't talked to this kid since high school. I like I told you all, I'm going to go to my Facebook. I'm going to send some messages out and see who bites.
Well, that's a chicken list of the highest order.
That's all I did. I just knew I wanted to do a virtual demo so we can kind of dispel the myth of virtual demos that they're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Now granted it could have been a good prospect. It wasn't the best prospect because it's not a Mac customer.
He was, except he's probably divorced, Mac.
Well, he said he's divorced. Well, I guess I can imply he has 3 kids. And,
he has 3 kids.
We don't
know if they're.
Yeah, I don't know much. But I know he's over 30. I know he has a house. And I was like, all right, cool. Let me just message this. Because I know he does well. Like, I could look at his Facebook profile. And I saw his, like, CEO or whatever. I was like, all right, he's probably doing pretty well for himself. So.
Yeah, he made it like he said it over and over, so it definitely stuck.
Yeah, and I don't honestly. I just remember from high school. I mean, we were in like National Honor Society together. He was a smart kid, top 5 in the class. So go figure. He's a smart kid. But
and then you said things in here. I really enjoy hearing you do things that I don't think about. Like when you said, you remember you told me I was an idiot because I didn't use the bread knife in the demo, and when I started using the bread knife in the demo, I sold more, and then you said using a 6-foot stub and birthday cakes. I never thought about that.
Simple, yeah.
I sometimes get 6-foot stubs for a party, and it's great. What a great idea! I said, there's sitting the knife, and I'm not using it.
Good. So names and use. Anything else? If any of you are still listening in virtual land, I mean, I'll stop recording if there's anything else. Just because sometimes when someone watches, they draw out.
Oh, one thing was you mentioned the Rex at the beginning, which I feel like is like definitely something I need to do a little bit at the beginning to get.
And at the end, obviously, I didn't even ask. So.
Yeah, because you don't want his Rex.
Not even that. It's just like it got to that point where it was almost like it just was. I knew where he was going, and frankly, I don't even know if I could have got it to 2054. Honestly, I just didn't. I don't even think I could have gotten it to 2054. I just want to see his response. Like, I could have made it happen. Like, I buy some stuff and I send it to him or something like that. I can't get an Ultimate for 2054. I mean, we're talking $1,200 discount. I can't get that. We can't do it. But I wanted to see his reaction, and I also wanted you all to see, like, what that could look like. I probably finagle some numbers and maybe send him some stuff from my inventory or some way I could probably make it happen with some work. But I didn't want to appeal to the, I don't know. I feel like even if I said 1998, it wasn't going to work. So
it wasn't.
No.
It was the control issue.
Yeah.
And asserting.
No, I know.
And the other thing is that.
And I didn't want to devalue Cutco.
Right.
It was like there was a piece of me.
I feel like he was almost looking to see how far you could go down to see how much you bring the price up. I
Yeah.
feel like that's what he was looking for, because someone who makes that much money and who says money isn't an issue,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
does that, I think he just wanted to see how much it's bumped
How
up.
much commission you were earning,
Yeah.
that
Yep.
sort of stuff.
So
Yeah.
I think he was more interested in that.
Mhm.
Because, and the reason why I came up with that price is because I told him I'll give him $600 in free Cutco.
Mhm.
And on a 2730 or on the 3049 state with the steak knife, minus 600 is like 2400. And on the table knife one is, it'll get me down to like 2100 on the table knife one, not the steak knife one. So it's like, all right. So it's kind of like within that ballpark. But anyway, it's good observation.
I love that you use that. It's not more, it's more than you're used to, but not more than you use.
Yeah.
And when,
I like
especially when he was, then I got wired up again, fired up again, when he said he had a girlfriend and that somebody else was doing the cooking. Well, then be nice to them.
Oh yeah, I was like, I mean, it got to.
I say to my customer today, every woman deserves to have decent.
And there's a good phrase that I could have said. It's like, well, I mean, if there's a good phrase that if you're a good cook, if your girlfriend's a good cook, she deserves Cutco. She's a bad cook, she needs Cutco.
Yeah.
No, it's a funny little phrase, but
Yeah.
I could have used that. So I'll stop recording so that we